welcome to another GBPRA interview. We're here again in the Welsh Mountains and I'm joined by Lawrence. Lawrence, hello.
Nice to see you.
How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Very good. Excellent. Lawrence, you've just started shooting precision rifle, I understand.
Absolutely.
Was it your first match that you shot with us in September?
It was, yeah, my first proper match. I did a 100-metre match at the Rifleman's PRS style, but on paper targets, so shooting steels at these sorts of ranges, first time, really enjoyed it.
Great.
Really enjoyed it.
And if I remember correctly, I could check because the score's actually on the other side of it. But I think you got a score of 90.
Yeah.
Which in a really difficult course of fire and up against some very experienced shooters, I was actually quite impressed with that score for your first match.
Thank you. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. I expected my aim was to be in the higher than the bottom, 25%, and I think I really knocked it out of the park with that, and so I was beaming all the way home. Beaming all the way home, definitely.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. But tell me it wasn't a fluke or B, you're some like shooting prodigy. Do you come from a shooting background?
I do, yes, okay. I do. I come from, but more from a clay pigeon background. I do a lot of competitive clay pigeon shooting. I made the England team this year for shooting fit ask for the CPSA. Just finished at the Home International in Scotland, which unfortunately finished second to Scotland, but I'll still take that. So that's my background in shooting. Yeah. Rifle shooting has always been more of a fun hobby, not something I did too seriously. It was a way to get some fun shooting in, away from the clay shooting that's very serious. And really through the lockdown, that's how I came back to. I started seeing more on social media from you guys from GBPRA, and it looked so much fun that I thought, I've got to have a crack at that. Yeah. I've got to have a go. I
think a lot of people see the YouTube videos and other things and they're quite blown away by how dynamic it is.
Absolutely.
As a discipline. And it does look quite exciting.
Very different. And I think the fact that it adds to your skills in the field, as somebody who does shoot pest control and various other things to locally to home, it's a real benefit to positional shooting. It just changes things completely, that you're not having to take all your shots off a bipod, laid down, getting everything perfect. You can take advantage of the situation so much better. Yeah.
Similarly for me, I do a lot of rabbit hunting, and I see the crossovers between getting a position to, a hasty position to take a shot on a rabbit, to some of the shooting that we do here at matches.
Definitely.
Fantastic. I mean, look, that's fantastic that you shoot for England with the shotguns.
Thank you.
Second place against Scotland's not going to be sick, I guess. What are your aspirations though for precision rifle?
I think I set my expectations pretty low, being so new to the sport, although I have been shooting rifles for 15 years as a casual thing, so I can't really say I'm too new. But I mean, to make the team would be a dream, I think. I definitely am closer than I anticipated, so I'm not saying no. I'm going to try my best, but I think the enjoyment is the most important thing. I'm coming here to enjoy it. I'm certainly not going to beat myself up if I don't.
No, of course.
But to be as close as I was last time with Tom and Ben, who are such fantastic shots.
In factory division.
Yeah, in factory, which is where I'm competing in factory. I would love it. But they're great guys and they're great shots, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, of course. Well, obviously, I wish you all the best with that.
Thank you.
I'm shooting in factory when I get a chance to shoot, but these days I just seem to be running matches rather than shooting them. So wish you all the best with that.
Thank you.
I guess the good news is tomorrow will be your second match.
Yeah.
There's another match coming up in December, and then we're also planning some further qualifiers before the qualifying season closes out at the end of March. We're also planning some more matches in the new year. So coming along to training days like this, shooting the matches gives you a really good opportunity to get those two all-important scores under your belt to see if you can take one of the 4 places. So
keep trying.
All the best with that.
Thank you.
Now, you've only just entered into the sport, but you've immediately joined the team.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So part of the reason I came to this sport, I met Josh Martin at C2 through the lockdown, really, because I couldn't find anywhere locally to me that would supply match quality ammunition, because at the time I didn't want to load, I wanted to buy factory, and thus I found Josh, who said to me, do you know what, I think you'd really enjoy this, you should have a go. And I came along with him a couple of times, and lo and behold, I really did enjoy it. So he's been my absolute go-to for all things precision rifle, and he's definitely steered me in the right direction as far as kit's concerned.
Good. I've had quite a bit of shooting advice from Josh as well. Precision rifle sport. I'm relatively new to the sport as well. I've only been shooting it for a year. And yeah, he's a good guy, Josh. He's very helpful to new shooters that are coming through.
Absolutely.
So you've joined C2, the team C2 Precision.
Yeah.
You've got not only a match tomorrow, but then you shoot the charity team event
Sunday
for the Royal British Legion on Sunday. So are you excited about that?
Yeah, definitely. I think having met a couple of the guys today who are going to shoot on Sunday as well, some of the Army team, they seem like really nice guys.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be quite competitive. I think everybody seems quite friendly now. I think it's really going to tighten up a little bit, but that's part of the fun.
Exactly. We're shooting for a good purpose, though.
Definitely.
And there's nothing necessarily hanging on it other than, I guess, bragging rights. So
Yeah.
But what a
And
thing.
there will be that.
Yeah, what
definitely.
a thing to brag about. Okay, that's fabulous, mate. This rifle's very familiar to me because I shoot exactly the same rifle I have done for the past few years in exactly the same calibre. But for the benefit of our viewers, do you want to tell us a little bit about what's on the bench here?
Absolutely. It's a completely standard Bagara B14. It's in 6.5 Creedmoor. I do home load for it now, although that's very much a new venture, so I wouldn't say anything about the quality of my loads. It's got a tier 1 20 MOA Picatinny rail on it, which has been great. I always try and use tier 1 where I can. Spur mounts works best for this scope, I've been told, and this configuration. It's got an Arca rail, which is slightly more unusual, but it does use the fixing points that were already on the stock, so qualifies for the factory.
And the GBPRA are comfortable with that for factory?
Absolutely, yeah. I did double check before I fitted it. I use an Atlas bipod, which I've been a fan of right from the start, really, coming from an old Harris, which is still a great bipod, but that permanently lives on my 2.2 now. The Atlas is the way forward for me. And again, Josh steered me in the right direction with the Weebad bags. Excellent. This one's just arrived, actually. It's got the grippy interior that he's just supplied me with, and I'm really over the moon using it today. It's been great. I do use the Presidia accessories. You can see the 2-round holder on there as well. That's a British company, another great company to support. And as you can see, I don't like the traditional chamber flags. Flagazine that I found on Facebook, really nice guy, turns them around in next to no time.
Great.
So yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Well, if you like the Weebad gear and you're shooting for Josh Martin, then you should get him to get you a cheap piece.
Yeah, to match yours.
Yeah, because I've got one in multicam. I like multicam.
Yeah.
And they're very comfortable, I must say. Yeah, you'll have to get yourself one of them.
I've seen that on your Instagram.
Yeah. Now, the scope. I've been behind a couple of these scopes before, tracked, toric, and they're amazing. Absolutely fantastic, but they're not very, very well known over here. What attracted you to the track toric?
I think the reviews. I mean, I give a lot of weight to the reviews that Richard Utting does. I think he's a really straight talking guy, doesn't suffer any fools on the Sharpshooting UK YouTube and Facebook page. And when you listen to what those guys are talking about, the guys who don't necessarily have the same budget that a lot of guys might have, it's more about what's best, not what is the most cost competitive.
Yeah.
And when I heard about the track, the fact that it was at the money it was purely because they're direct to seller, I was a little bit wary, to be honest with you. I didn't necessarily believe it, but then some people that I really trusted in the industry said to me, like, you've really got to look through one to believe it. And I ordered it. I spoke through the Facebook page, through the wonders of social media. I spoke direct to one of the owners of Tract.
One of the Johns?
One of the Johns, who were so helpful, and they told me exactly what to do about customs. And to be honest with you, I ordered it, let's say I ordered it on the Monday, it was with me Wednesday morning, and that was after being held up on Tuesday at customs because they thought it was a firearm, because it said rifle scope. After I'd had a 10-minute conversation to explain that it wasn't, it was with me within less than 48 hours from the US, and it quite frankly, I think it's one of the best bargains in the industry.
Yeah.
It's just a phenomenal piece of glass.
Yeah.
It's really up there for me. I've looked through some of the Schmidt and Benders, and don't get me wrong, they are fantastic scopes, but you pay through the teeth for them, I think.
Yeah, of course. Well, like I say, I've looked through a couple, and I can attest to what great scopes they are. Good choice.
Yeah.
Very good choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow, you've had your one match.
Yeah.
You've got another match tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's going to be your snack of choice?
My snack of choice.
What is your precision rifle match day snack of choice? Have you figured it out yet?
No, I haven't. To be honest, I'm quite unprepared in that sense. I usually grab something from the co-op.
Favourite snack from match day.
I'm going to say it's the brownies from the co-op.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Or if Ryan Charlton's there, it's going to be the little snack bites that he brings around. Yeah, he always comes well prepared. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a few cakes tomorrow. I think we've got Will Child's coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm his surname wrong. Apologies, Will, if I've got that wrong. But Will's missus, she makes the best Rocky Road cake ever.
Oh wow.
Fantastic.
I'll look out for that then.
So look out for that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so you're 2 hours up the road.
Yeah.
You've got your rifle, but you've just suddenly realised you've forgotten that one piece of important kit other than your rifle. You just cannot shoot a match with.
Yeah.
Now you're probably thinking something to do with shotgun right now.
No,
for the
rifle, I don't think I could say one. I can give you two.
Go on then.
Because for me, they're essentially the same thing. It's my rangefinder and my phone.
Okay.
Because I use Strelok Pro, which I have great experience with. Yeah, it's a bit more clunky than a Kestrel in the sense that you have to unlock it every time and get the dope out. But I would be hopeless without a rangefinder. Definitely.
Have you got the rangefinder on your battle belt?
I use a Leica Rangemaster, quite an old one. It's got a PRS sticker on it to cover up all the scratches. I've had that for at least 10 years, and I'm pretty sure it's only on its second ever battery. It's never missed a beat, and it's only the 800, the cheaper one, or what was the cheaper one at the time. But it still pings every range I need to very quickly. So I'm a big fan of the Leica, and the quality of the glass is really up there.
Yeah. But if you're wearing it on your belt with your magazines and everything else, hopefully you won't forget it.
It keeps everything nice and close by, definitely.
Great. Okay. Well, look, Lawrence, it's been an absolute pleasure having a little bit of a chat today, and certainly having a look at the scope. I'm always impressed to see a track. So, but thanks for your time, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Thanks a lot. Cheers.